Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today I'm reviewing Bel-Air Season 2, Episode 3. It's entitled Compromised, coming to you from Peacock. So, what did I think about it? Should you be watching? Before we get into the review, get down there and hit like on this video. Well, in the previous couple episodes, we saw, I guess, the start of all of this protest stuff. That's right. The Black Student Union, they're full speed ahead with a walkout on campus to protest the firing of Miss Hughes. And as you can imagine, this is going to be the main thrust of a lot of stuff going on at Bel-Air Academy this year. And so I really enjoyed the fact that it was a all hands on deck, full court press sort of situation where we see Will's rising influence in Bel-Air Academy, but also Carlton becoming something of a figurehead for what's going on, and his evolving relationship with other black students at the school. And we also see kind of like the other social patterns going on around there. Yasmin, the BSU leader, clearly has a thing for Carlton and likes what she sees in him right now. Lisa's sort of got an admirer of sorts that Will's not so happy about. And of course, Ashley, she's all wanting to be on top of this because Miss Hughes is one of her favorite teachers. I enjoyed the part of this part of the episode because there's a lot of stuff going on, and one of them is about why protest matters, why it's important to speak out, walk out, take some risk for what you believe in, and that the idea that there's any kind of like safe or approved sort of protest or whatever, if it's approved by the authorities you're protesting against, it's probably not going to be effective. This idea that they were going to try to penalize all the students for walking out, suspend them or whatever, and that they were going to be a compromised position, all this other stuff. And I get partly why Carlton's, going about it the way he is. Now I have to say, I'm going to be really, really annoyed if there was all this work on Carlton done last season, only for him to turn out to be like, not have principles or anything like that. He's so damn worried about getting into Princeton, he's willing to kind of, sell out his fellow protesters. And also, this is kind of like a tough thing for him to be taking on because he's got the whole anxiety thing and the medicine that's going on. Nobody really knows exactly what he's going through, and to have all that pressure on him to please, the faculty advisor who clearly has an agenda, but also to not, compromise his position with the BSU. I get all of that. I just hope that they don't go backwards in his character development. And of course, Will's up there doing what he does. I like the fact that, the basketball team's with him if he's doing something. So he's clearly a leader. And it kind of shows towards the end of the episode, which I'll come back to. Meanwhile, of course, you got Hilary's kind of dealing with Ivy and the house and everything like that. And I think we also see something here where, we start seeing, I guess, a flaw, if you will. One of a major flaw maybe in Hilary, in that she really, really, really wants to make this whole deal go through with, this drink, and decides to basically railroad Ivy into having to, do the deal or whatever, even though clearly she has her own drink and everything like that. I mean, I understand Hilary trying to make moves and everything, but it feels more than a little shady to have Ivy say no, even if, it maybe is not fair for her to do it. The truth is that this has to be a partnership, and she's not really following through. So it seems kind of shady for her to do that. And I'll be interested to see how that comes back to bite her in the butt. Also, Geoffrey's back in the house. But he's up to some, like, is this the shady episode? Like, he's up to some shady stuff. He's sitting up there looking on, Uncle Phil's laptop. He's looking for some stuff. What is that all about? Is that related to his son or something? I mean, we're curious. He's back in the house. What's he up to? So we'll see more of that in the future. But it's something to sort of like keep our eyes on. And going back to the protest, the whole idea that that they are gonna compromise and do like this safe protest, and of course they're like, nah, screw that, we're gonna really like stick it to them. And so we get to see this big walkout, and it was really nice to see that it wasn't just the black students, but a lot of different students showed up for it. Now whether they were there all for the protest or just for the spectacle, who knows. The point is that it was a big to do, and the teachers came out and everything like that. That I thought it was really a really well played scene. And of course this is going to be Will's time to shine, because he was saying in the previous episode about bringing the West Philly in, and he's talking about it in basketball, but he's clearly someone who's just like, I'm standing up for what I believe in and all that stuff. And in a way he's a bit reckless. I'm like, let's call it what it is. He goes against the everything that the compromise was supposed to be about. And he doesn't say the speech like Carlton was supposed to say, but he does something even bigger, like unrolling that, Black Teachers Matter banner. And it's surely going to cause waves, especially for Carlton. He doesn't, Will has a tendency to sort of do his thing and not really consider that there may be other things going on. Which, to be fair, I mean, he's a teenager, so why would he? But still, he doesn't quite understand, what he's kind of unleashing there. There's a lot of loaded, loaded ideas and whatever related to, that sort of banner. And I'm not even saying it's bad that they did it. I'm all for standing for your principles and everything, but there's definitely going to be some repercussions from this, not just for Carlton. So I'll be interested to see how that all plays out. But I love that they did it specifically so Ashley could see it, and he raises his fist and everything. There's a lot of symbolism going on in there. But overall, I had a good time with this episode. It's another setup episode. I hope that's not the way we go the whole season, that it's not yet another setup episode, because at some point we need to actually, move forward. So, but I'll give it this. It's kind of laid the tracks for the way the rest of the season is supposed to be going forward. And I'll be very interested to see how all of that stuff pans out. So anyway, those are my thoughts. What do you guys think about this episode? What do you think about what I had to say? Get down to the comment section, leave your thoughts there. Of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or @supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And while you're down there, do me a favor, hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Helps this channel, helps more people to see these videos. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. We'll be reviewing Bel-Air Season 2, Episode 4. Until then, I've been Mo de Pape, resident fabricant and commenter extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.